Okay, so I hear tell, this might be the first time for some of you seeing this, hopefully not, but I hear tell that some of you might have a possible answer. Lyndon, what do you think?
I think that Bruno broke the honey pot and Bilda was telling him.
That Bruno broke the honey pot and Bilda was telling the truth.
Yes.
Okay. I need to write this up there, but or I guess I can write the whole name because I can't just do B that was doing this and B was doing that because that won't work. Okay, so Lyndon thinks.
Did you check the answer in the book?
That would be cheating. All right, so you think that Bruno did it.
And Bilda is
And the one that is, the one that is telling the truth is Bilda. Okay. Could you explain why you think that?
I think that because if any of the other bears were telling the truth, it wouldn't make sense.
Okay, so
Like if Bruno was telling the truth, all
that
the
he
others
didn't
were
do
lying, then Boffin was lying and Bobo was lying and Bilda was lying, and it wouldn't make sense. It would be
Okay, so let's
wouldn't
try it
tell
that
who
way.
broke the honey pot,
Who
it
wants
would
to be
tell
Bruno?
Has to tell both of them.
Raise your hand if you would like to act out Bruno in this scenario. Elise, you are now Bruno. Who would like to be Boffin? Okay, Richard, you are now Boffin. Who will be Bobo? All right, go ahead, Leora. You can be Bobo, and then we have Bilda. Okay, Lyndon can be Bilda. So in this scenario, we're going to say that Bruno did not do it. Let's pretend that Boffin did it. Who's Boffin? Which one of you is Boffin? Okay, Richard, for shame on you. Okay. So you did this horrible thing. Now, Bruno, Bruno, what's your line?
Am I Bruno?
I think the Elise is Bruno. Elise, so what's your line?
I didn't do it.
Okay, so is Bruno, sorry, is Elise here Bruno telling the truth? That she did not do it?
Yes.
Okay, she's telling the truth. Boffin, what's your line? No, you're not Boffin. Wait, no, are you Boffin? Yes, you're Boffin. Sorry. See, this B name thing is just
It's
causing me trouble. Okay, so Boffin says that Bobo did it. Okay, is Boffin telling the truth?
No.
No. Okay, so we've got one that's telling the truth, one that's lying. Bilda. Who's Bilda? Okay. No. Oh, sorry. Bobo, sorry. Bobo, what's your line?
I do not. There's two that. It's the one that has Bobo is lying. Wait, no. Linda did it.
Okay, so Bobo says that Bilda did it. Is Bobo telling the truth? That's Bilda.
Well, he has to be lying.
Well,
because-
remember we decided for this one, we decided that,
I know, but she has to be lying because one of them is telling the truth and the other.
okay, so let's try this out. Is Boffin is the one who did it. And we're over here at Bobo now. And Bobo, excuse you. Yeah, you guys have to keep your hands off of each other or find other spots to be. So, Bobo, you say that Bilda did it. Did Bilda do it?
No.
No. Okay, so Bobo's lying. Bilda says,
Bobo's lying.
okay.
But-
So, is Bilda telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
so if Bilda's telling the truth and over there Bruno was telling the truth, then is this bottom part right?
No.
Because it says the only one was telling the truth. So that doesn't work. All right.
And also Bobo, no wait, never mind.
Okay.
I
So
was gonna
that
say if she said Bruno's lying, then she would be wrong.
so that doesn't work. Okay, well, but that doesn't mean that Lyndon's right. Just because Boffin couldn't have done it doesn't mean that Linda's absolutely right. Who else could have done it? Okay, well, let's say that Bobo did it.
Boffin.
No.
Well, Boffin can't because they already
We decided that Bruno did it.
Oh.
So we're trying, well, Lyndon says that Bruno did it. So we're trying to say that Lyndon's wrong because we're just mean like that. So we're going through and we're saying, well, maybe Lyndon's wrong because Boffin did it.
But he
But he couldn't have done it. So that doesn't work. So maybe Lyndon's wrong because Bobo did it. All right, let's try this one more time. Line.
Bobo did it.
Sorry, no, you.
I didn't do it.
Okay, so Bruno says that Bruno did not do it. In this scenario, is Bruno telling the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because Bruno did not do it. It's that horrible, horrible Bobo over there. Okay, so Bruno is telling the truth. Boffin.
Bobo did it.
Okay, is Boffin lying?
No.
No. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Lyndon, you have us so far. It couldn't have been, hang on, I can do this. It couldn't have been Boffin and it couldn't have been Bobo. But you're not quite out of the woods yet because it might have been Bilda over here.
It might have been yourself.
Yeah.
Might have been you.
I did it.
So let's try this one more time, starting from the top with Bruno.
I didn't do it.
Okay, is Bruno telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
Bobo did it.
Is Boffin telling the truth?
No.
Okay. What about over here with Bobo? What's your line?
Bill did it. Bill did it. Oh.
Oh, okay, so how many truth-telling bears do we have?
2.
Or we could even have 3. Is the statement that Bobo is lying true? Oh, well in that case, wait.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, so we had 3 truth-telling bears.
No, actually,
Because the first one, Bruno said that he didn't do it.
that's true.
Yeah. Boffin was, of course, a liar. We'll just ignore him. But Bobo said that Bilda did it. And that was the truth in this case. And then Bilda said that Bobo's lying.
So
So that was all false. Okay. So we have 2 truth-telling bears. Okay.
Still wrong. So it has
Yeah.
to be Bruno.
So Lyndon has to be right. Oh well, I'll give it to her this time. So then, and because Bruno was the one who did it, Bilda must be the truth-telling bear?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, awesome job, Lyndon.
I was right all along. But when I first got this, I thought that Bilda might have been telling the truth, and I was right.
Well, how'd you guess?
I don't know. I just guessed.
Bilda sounds like a trustworthy name.
Yeah, well, I mean, what it says.
Bilda sounds trustworthy to me too. All right.
She
So.
didn't try. Well, she did defend herself, but everybody else didn't defend themselves. They just said, "Well, Bruno did."
All right, so I'm going to need all of the bears put away. Everybody needs to have paper and a pencil out. If you're having any trouble with having paper out or a pencil out, raise your hand so I can help you with those.
I don't have paper, but I do have a pencil.
Okay, I can get you paper. Actually, there's paper on the table. Anybody else not have either paper or a pencil?
I don't
have
a
Could you take this one
I'm
and
going to
give
trace
this one?
this bear's feet.
Hang on, you have the razor. There we go. Anybody else does not have a pencil or paper?
Yay.
Raise your hand now or, oh, here. Okay, one more time. Anybody not have paper or a pencil? Let me know. Okay, so, and I should probably go through one more time, make sure I know everybody's names. So,
And they don't start with B.
And Richard and Elise and Lena and Olivia and Leora and Isaiah and Lyndon and Samantha and Monica. I'm good at this. Okay, so, and everybody knows I'm Andrea.
Are you going to give us another one of these problems?
I have like 12 or so that have to do with nights and names, but I was hoping to take a slight break and work a little bit on statements in general and then come back to it.
Okay.
So we will have another one. We'll have more than one. We'll have lots.
I have one that's actually one that's in real life that I read.
Oh, cool. So we'll start with this and then we'll get back to those puzzle statements because I like them too. They're fun. All right, so last time, Amanda was writing up on the board and you guys were all writing stuff up too about if-then statements. Could someone give me an example of an if-then statement?
If then if or. Ooh.
Okay, Elise, yes? What's an if-then?
If you
you be careful with that necklace when you put it on, I will reward you
With what?
with
Candy.
Sure.
With candy.
with working with the necklace.
No,
With candy.
with candy.
It's the afternoon. Who doesn't want candy? Then I'll
I don't.
give.
My mom.
I don't want candy right now.
Well,
What?
all right. If you're careful with that necklace, I'll give you candy. I'm not sure it's the most sensible, but Elise tried to make it more sensible, and I totally vetoed her. So I take full responsibility for the illogic of this sentence. But if you're careful with that necklace, I'll give you candy. So I need you guys on your sheet of paper,
It's a different
and tiny, or at least small enough that you have more room on the sheet of paper, because this isn't the end of all the stuff that needs to be. As long as you can read it. And I have magnifying glasses in the back room. So, what I need you guys to write is all of the wiggly, different sorts of statements that are based on that you can think of. Now, before you do this, do you guys know what it means to negate part of a statement? Like if I said the sky was blue, how would you negate that?
Look up at the sky.
Sure, and what would you say?
The sky is blue.
Okay. To negate something means to say the opposite, sort of. So Monica, what would you say? If I said the sky was blue and you were trying to call me a liar, what would you say?
I'm not.
It is thunderstorming, so it's gray right now.
So we have two different things. Monica says you can negate it by saying it's gray right now. Isaiah says to properly negate it, you ought to say the sky is not blue. So who do we agree with? Do we agree with both of them? Or neither of them? Or just one of them? They're both right? But how can they both be right? I only want one person to be right. I'm petty like that. So,
But the sky is blue.
well, is there
That's
a
why
way
it
the
says
sky could be gray and blue at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So then, maybe even though Monica's statement sort of negates it, Isaiah's really, really shuts me down. So Isaiah says the sky is not blue, and I'm like, well, all right then. We're never coming to a compromise. What you got, Lyndon?
I think that if you said the sky was blue, I would say the sky wasn't blue because it was just because of, like, the sky really isn't blue, it's really black.
Oh, okay, so you can have reasons for this. But saying that the sky is black, does that necessarily say the sky isn't blue? Is there a
The
way the sky
sky-
could be blue and black?
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
Like
It's blue in
the
the day.
sky could be blue
Right, because we,
in the morning, and
Okay.
the sky could be black at night.
and even at the exact same time, when we look at it and we see blue, Lyndon's saying that it really is black, even when we see that it's blue. So it's blue because that's the color that bounces off, the light that bounces off and comes back to our eyes happens to be blue. But technically speaking, if we could get through all that atmosphere, we would see that back there, there's nothing for
That's
light to
why
bounce
in
off of.
space it's
Right.
black.
Right, so they're both true. So really, the only safe way to really, really call me a liar is the way that Isaiah had it, which was to say the sky is not blue. So just completely shut you down. So we have two statements here. We have an if and a then. And I'm going to circle one of them. And your guys' job is to think of the most general possible way of negating it. The very most general way of calling me a liar. If I say, you're careful with that necklace, what is the most general way of saying,
Do we write it
No.
down?
yes. And then when you're done writing it, you can be a little bit sneaky and look at the person to your right and look at the person to your left. That was not very sneaky because I just said you were going to do it. But still, look and see what other people have too. What's something that's the exact opposite of you're careful with that necklace? And the most general. I know you guys can come up with creative stuff. But for right now, I just need the very, very biggest, most general and broad of these answers. You having trouble with it?
I just don't want anybody cheating on me, so I'm writing it down here instead of on here.
Huh.
And I'm covering it up.
That seems like a good answer too. Should I get you that magnifying glass, or are we set to go?
I think I can read it without the magnet.
Okay. All right. So then, when you think you have it, you can, I suppose, do as Samantha and Claire are doing and cover your paper and not have your pencil writing anymore, and I'll just assume that you're done. And write a false answer after it. Oh my gosh. That would be something. Is that even an answer?
Nope. She's just going like this.
I
Then my
see what
pencil
she's writing
moving
because of
one
the
more I'm done.
I can see what she's writing because
Alright.
she's just doing that. So it's pretty
Alright,
easy.
then give it another 10 seconds, and if you don't have an answer, that's fine. That's what all of your classmates are for.
Yeah, but
And
you're writing cursive.
I know, I am writing cursive. I'm writing my name.
2, 1. Okay, who thinks they have an answer?
Me.
Wow! Monica, what's your answer?
You are not careful with that necklace.
I like that one. Anybody else?
But you said you're careful with that necklace. Not I'm careful with that necklace.
Oh, so Claire thinks that the opposite statement is I'm careful with that necklace? Who thinks?
That's what I
Okay, so is there a way that you could be careful with that necklace and I could be careful with that necklace, or can only one of us be right?
I'm not careful with that necklace.
But is there a way that if the statement is I'm careful with that necklace and my statement is you're careful with that necklace, is there a way we could both be right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What do you got, Richard?
You're not careful with the necklace.
Okay. Yeah. You're not careful with the necklace. I'm not careful. Okay. Got it. Got it.
I
And
have two.
okay.
One of them is you broke that necklace and you're not careful with that necklace.
Okay. Is there a way that you can be very careful with the necklace and still have it break?
Yes.
Okay. Then that first one's very creative, but that second one is more general. All right. So we have a negative of the statement. I'm going to put a not right there. All right. We've got one more statement, and then I'm going to turn you loose. I'll give you candy. Now, I'm not saying this is a true statement, but if you were going to call me a liar, how would you go about doing it? What's the most general thing you can think of that would make me a liar, where there's no possibility that your statement and my statement could be true at the same time? There's just no way. So for example, if your statement was that I would give you pancakes, it might be that I would give you pancakes and candy. I'm not actually that generous, but it could be true. So that's not a good way of calling me a liar. Everybody have something?
I do.
Almost. I am.
Okay. I'm gonna call in some. What's yours?
Oh, doodling.
Huh.
That is a weird
That's
answer.
a very esoteric answer there. All right. What do you got? Okay. Yes, Elise?
I will not repeat you.
Okay. Yes. So it's not true. It cannot possibly be true that I will give you candy and not give you candy.
Right.
Can anybody think of a way that's possible?
I was just trying to make
Unless it's
it
Schrodinger candy. That doesn't really work. Okay. What do you got?
The actual answer is because if you said I will give you candy and I'm trying to prove you wrong, I would say you will not give me candy.
Oh, that's what you were talking about before with the I's and the U's. Okay. Gotcha. Lyndon?
Well, I'm hosting.
Okay.
One of them is you'll not give me candy. The other one is you'll never give me candy.
Oh. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Is it possible? Well, first off, you'll not give me candy. It's pretty clear to everybody that if I say I'll give you candy, I'll not give you candy. There's no way that I can be telling the truth both times. But what if I say I'll give you candy, I'll never give you candy? Is there a way I could be telling the truth?
No.
Never.
You did. You found two of
I
them.
messed up my game.
Okay.
I have another one.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it?
You won't give me anything.
Oh. Oh, that's a very big one.
So if you say
Yeah, because candy's something.
candy, and then
Yeah.
they don't give candy,
Okay.
then you won't give them anything.
I'm gonna be boring though. I'm sticking with this.
I want to do something.
And now I have a job for you. If you want to work by yourself, that's fine. If you want to work in pairs, that's fine. If you want to work in groups of 3, that's fine. I just need from you, have you ever heard the problem of the outfits with the shirts and the pants?
No.
Okay, you say, well, I've got, let's say, 3 shirts, and one of them's pink, and one of them's blue. Aren't my shirts lovely? I'm such an artist. And I also happen to
It looks
have,
like a lamb.
Orange.
yeah, oh, orange? Maybe orange.
It looks like
Yeah.
a mushroom.
Yeah, I never really claimed to be an artist.
Maybe they
But
don't
I
have
can do
three
most,
shirts.
so.
Maybe they have mushrooms.
Alright, so I've got 3 shirts. I also happen to have a pair of black pants.
Pants. It looks like a teepee.
They are lovely.
They look like the bottom of a blue ribbon.
Or I have blue pants. Now I want to know how many possible outfits I have.
Oh, this is too easy.
So you guys know how to do it?
There's like 3 or 4 possible outfits.
5.
5?
6.
Yeah.
6?
Because if you put each shirt with each pair of pants,
This,
You get
and this,
five.
and this, and this, and then this, and this, and this.
Less pointing, more drawing.
What?
Less pointing, more drawing.
Well, blue would look real cute with blue. It would
Okay.
also look cute with orange and purple. Black.
Well, I didn't say how many cute outfits. I said how many outfits. So you could, seeing as it's my wardrobe, you could just decide to not be very altruistic and dress me however.
By the way, I can draw a little bit of
So how many is that?
that is actually
6 outfits.
Yeah, I think Lyndon was right. There's 6 of them.
Times
Oh. I know. What if your drawing skills are better than yours? You know, it's going up on the internet. I might get jealous.
Yeah.
So,
You can do it either way.
I got 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we happen to have, up here, we have
220 times 3.
some statements. We have, you're careful with that necklace. We have, you're not careful with that necklace. We have, I'll give you candy, and I won't give you candy. Now, you guys know from last time that there's 2 different ways of looking at these statements. Well, there's lots of different ways of looking at these statements. But one of the things, remember last time you were talking about, if you mow the lawn, I'll give you $10.
Yes.
yeah.
And then you switched it?
I'll
You
give
needed it
$10
backwards?
if you-
Right, so I'll give you $10 if you mow the lawn. Or if I give you $10, you'll mow the lawn.
There was one where it said, if you don't mow the lawn, I'll give you $10.
Wow, that's such a good deal.
That much I like better. If you'll clean your room, I'll give you. I'll let you read your book. Well, sort of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this time we've got, if you're careful with that necklace, then I'll give you candy. But these could go backwards. It could say something along the lines of, if I give you candy, then you're careful with your necklace. So what I want from you guys is as many possible combinations as you can get of your ifs and your thens and your yeses and your nots. If you want to work together, that's actually probably going to be a time-saving measure. But if you want to work by yourself, that's okay. I just want all of the possible ways you can have your ifs and your thens. With candies and necklaces.
Oh my gosh, I can't even read that.
Who wants to be a pair? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know. And Amanda, you're the only one who wants to be a pair.
Amanda, did you want to crown someone? How about Olivia? Do you want to crown someone? Or do you want to do yourself?
Okay.
What about Olivia? Alicia, you can buy yourself. Oh, with Richard?
So
Okay.
there's,
No, we're not.
Well, do you want someone?
Okay, so we're the only pairs.
Okay, and you two are okay working together? And there won't be any like,
No, right there.
okay, good.
Hey, what is that? Oh, ring. Your handwriting is beautiful. I know it's tied together.
Alright, all the possible ones. How's this? When you find, no, I'm gonna be a little bit more systematic than that. When you finished one, go ahead and let me know by like holding up a finger for a second or something. Anybody have any of them done? if I found any possibles. I don't know. Anybody? Yeah, okay, Richard.
If you're not careful with that necklace, I will give you candy.
Okay.
I drop it and purposely break it so I get candy.
If you're not careful,
I'm gonna be the right. Hey, my sister said you're gonna be the writer and the sender. Okay, I'm not a partner anymore.
then I'll give you candy.
I have one.
Did you want to write it? Or
It's actually the one you just said.
if I give you candy, then you will be careful. That is different.
This?
Yep. It works.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. It is not exactly. Here's the one that I exactly wrote. I said if you're careful, then I'll give you candy.
Oh.
You said if you give me candy, then I'll careful. You switched them. There's a special name for it. Right now we're saying that wrong.
Yeah, I get that.
Anybody else have one that's different than if you're not careful, then I'll give you candy, and if I give you candy, then you'll be careful?
Oh, I know.
You have one that's different?
I didn't write it, but
Write it down.
If you give me candy, then I'll be careful with that necklace.
I think that's the one that she has. The
What?
if you get the candy, then you'll be careful.
Oh, that's different. If you give me candy, then I'll be careful.
Oh, you're switching your U's and your I's. Yeah. I think that's too many outfits though. I'm not sure that we're not have space for that. That's very creative, but we might have to, because right there, that's like an extra.
do I have to say with the necklace? Or,
How many?
Can I say if you're not careful and just know that there is a
Yeah.
necklace?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you are absolutely right that is different, but for the purposes of having time to do other stuff, we're going to ignore the U's and the I's and assume that there's one person who will be you handling the necklace and one person who will be passing out candy.
Okay, I got it. This one's true. This could be true.
Okay.
Somebody actually had candy. If you're not careful, I won't give you candy.
Yes, put it up.
If you be careful with that necklace, I will not give you candy.
If you are careful, I won't give you candy. That is in fact a new one. Go ahead and put it up as soon as Claire's done. Claire, could you hand Alyssa the marker? Oops. What have you got, Isaiah?
If you give me candy, I will give you the necklace.
If you give me candy, then I'll give you the necklace. We already have, well, that goes back to Lyndon's things with the I's and the U's that I'm not being careful enough with. But we already have something where candy is given and then there's caretaking with the necklace. So even though it's different, we're going to limit this to just the changes between care and no care and candy and no candy and ifs and thens. Anybody got one?
I'm making. Hey, someone.
Which out?
If you're not careful, then I'll give you candy.
I think
Not careful, then I'll give you candy. That one's up there already.
Right.
Do you have more?
Twice.
What? No.
Twice.
Where's the other one?
Oh,
No, this one's if you're not careful, I won't give you candy. That's different than not being careful and getting candy. Not being careful and not getting candy.
I didn't read it right.
That's okay.
That is horrible handwriting.
Hey! It is lovely, especially that it means that there's room for more. I think they were trying to write tiny to be considerate to other folks.
I can write really tiny, but not with the marker. You can't see.
Yeah, that takes special skill.
Missy,
Speaking of, is there anyone who can write really big?
Missy.
I write sort of big. I like writing.
Leora, I think you might have been nominated. Yeah, could you write,
person.
yeah, could you write careful as big as you can on one side and not careful as big as you can on the other of this? Right here. Like careful and not careful. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I have to
Careful over here and not
I
careful.
can't
as
write
big.
big, but I was
like
trying
all
to
the
write
way
tiny
up to
top.
the top of the paper, or like just
Like really huge.
Okay, like this.
As long as the whole word fits.
Okay.
Someone else okay with writing candy and no candy? Okay, listen up.
I'm not sure that'll fit.
It will.
Wait,
Candy.
No, it will.
No candy.
You need to eat.
Yeah.
No, it's careful. It's careful.
So there's
Oh,
an
that's
E
how
and
you
the
spell-
R and the F.
Oh, there is?
Yep.
There's also a U. And an F.
Luca.
But she's got the U and she's got the F.
Oh, well maybe.
It's a really
Go ahead,
weird.
yeah.
Whoa,
That's
the
like your
F that's like filled in and line and line.
That's what you're
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fill that in. Put an E like right
Alright.
here.
So are there any more that you guys came up with before we turn to our lovely cheat sheets? Any
I have one
ones
more
that you guys
working
have
on.
that aren't up there already?
That is not careful. And that this is a really weird. Careful. Careful, because I had to squeeze. But everybody knows it.
But it's spelled correctly. There's that.
Because at first the E was right here, but then I wanted like the F was 3D.
just
And so I just made it 3D. And then I just stuck the E in there.
However, as big as you
I
can
have a
make it to
finger.
still have it all fit.
I have no finger.
You have a finger? Oh, sorry. What you got?
If you are careful, I will give you candy.
If you
I'll try
are
to see if
careful,
that
no, if you're,
one-
wait. If you are careful, I will give you candy. Do we have that? Okay. If you're careful, I'll give you candy. Oh, because it's my top blue one. It's not down in the greens yet, though. Hold on for just a second.
Yeah, that one is the same thing except it had a necklace.
All right. Anybody else have any to add to our list so far?
No.
My bear.
Okay.
I have
Can
one,
would someone volunteer to be if?
I'll be F.
All right. Lyndon can be if. Would someone volunteer to be then? Okay. Isaiah, you are then.
I'm Fluffy Teddy Bear.
If and then your jobs are to stand up there at the board.
Sorry. I have careful.
I'm not careful.
And they will soon have those. Okay, but the thing is, you gotta stand somewhere that they can see those green words. Because, okay, also, now our job is to have every possible combination of if and then holding up our signs. So, for example, my first one, that blue one, is if you're careful, then I'll give you candy.
Careful, candy.
Is everybody okay with this? Could you?
Yeah, yours doesn't erase it.
Oops.
Mine doesn't.
Does everybody kind of get the gist of it? That Lyndon's if. So if you're careful,
Careful, candy.
then you get candy.
Yes,
what it says.
It says careful, candy. Careful, no candy.
All right. So hang on a sec. If you're careful, then I'll give you candy. All right, we've got it. It's good. It's up there. What else could they possibly have?
If you're not careful, then I'll give you candy.
Oh, sorry. First, let's do not careful and candy because that's what Monica just said.
Not careful candy.
Okay. If you're not careful, then I'll give you candy.
This candy's not very careful.
All right, we got it.
With himself.
What else could we do? Not careful, no candy? Okay. If you're not careful, I won't give you candy. Got it?
I won't give
What
you
else
no
could they do?
candy.
I know, hang on. Turn yours around.
Here.
Wait, no, wrong way.
It was upside down. It said, what
Oh, that's too many variables. Sorry.
What Danny?
Okay. If you're careful, then I won't
What
give
Dan?
you candy.
What
Is that
Dan?
up there?
What
Yes,
Dan?
it's the bottom.
Okay.
What Dan?
Is there anything else that they could possibly have?
Wait. If
Elise,
I
you got
give you
something?
candy, then you will be careful with the necklace.
If I give you candy, switch
Wait, say that one more
places.
time, Claire.
That was me.
Oh, sorry, Monica.
If I give you candy, then you will be careful with the
Oh, so Lyndon and Isaiah need to switch their signs.
necklace. Yes.
No, wait, Lyndon, you're always if. Sorry, I've decided. So switch your signs. Okay. So could someone, could Claire read this one for us? What have we got? Could you read what we've got? Isaiah?
Candy, not careful.
All right, so if candy, then not careful. How would you say that as a sentence?
If I give you candy, you won't be careful.
Exactly. Do we have that up there?
I don't think so.
Which word it is.
We don't have it. Okay, so you get to write that up there.
Where?
Right here. And you can be all
So,
fine.
careful. If I give you candy, you're not going to be careful.
Right. If I give you candy, you won't be careful with that necklace.
You're going to be bouncing off the walls.
Yeah. that-
Okay. Boing, boing, boing. I've heard this place, it's full of trampolines, even the walls are trampolines.
I
So you
know.
can literally bounce
I've
off
heard
the
of that
walls.
too.
I don't know what it is, but you
That
can
was
literally
fun.
bounce off the wall.
I've been to a place where there's this big room. That place just
I
trampoline.
thought you said, say you've
trampolines.
been into a place like that. I said, no, I haven't.
Run up the walls and going.
Alrighty. If I gave you candy, if I give you candy, you won't be careful. Okay.
Can I have some candy?
No, you won't be careful. I just finished saying that. What are you talking about? All right. So is that all of them?
No, we
What else
haven't
have we
done if I give you candy, then you will be careful.
If wait, say that one more time.
If I give you candy, then
Wait, is that what they
you
have?
will be careful with
If I give you candy, then you will be careful. All right. Yep.
If I don't give you candy, you
will be careful.
If I don't give you candy, then you will be careful. Do we have that one up there yet?
Nope. No.
Okay.
Lyndon, read that. You're the closest to the board.
And she's the one who said it.
No, I'm the closest to the marker, so.
Well, if you come up with a new one, you will totally get to write it.
What about me? I haven't got it right yet.
Did you come up with a new one? Well, when you do, if you come up with a new one, then I will let you write it. If you do not come up with a new one, then I will not let you write it.
If we don't yet come up with a new one, then you let us write it.
See how
If I
this
give you a
works?
candy necklace, then I'll just technically be giving you both.
Oh yeah, that
But
is.
you wouldn't be careful with it because you would eat it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't
Unless
say
you
anything
didn't
about
eat it.
eating it, so.
Yeah, you don't have to eat it.
Yeah. You could,
But the
you could
candy,
make a
candy
necklace
necklace
out of the
is
candy.
so weird.
I know.
Or you could send it halfway across the world with a shoebox like I'm doing.
Carefully. Maybe. So I guess they didn't say you had to be careful.
Candy necklace. If you're careful with the candy, then I'll give you a necklace.
There we go. Alright, I think we're at 7. Yep. Alright, so 7 all there are? Have we done every possible thing? I think I need everybody's attention up here one more time to make sure we have all of them. Every possible outcome. Do we have every possible outcome up there on the board?
Did we already say if you are careful, you will not get candy?
If you, let's see. If you're not careful, if I give you candy, if you're not careful, if you are careful, then I will not.
No candy.
If I give you candy,
Then
if I don't give you.
if
So
I don't
if,
give you candy, I will be careful. Hey, can you turn yours around?
if I give you candy, then you will be careful. We have that one.
Not careful.
No candy, no careful.
No candy, no careful. We have that one. If you're not careful, then I will. No, wait, no candy. If I give you candy, if
I wrote that, I think.
if you're not careful, if you are careful, if I give you candy, if I don't give you candy, you will be careful. This is the last one. Okay. Okay.
So can we do more of those word problems?
Yes, but
really work.
I really wanted to like have a wrap up statement.
I do a different one.
Just
If
Or-
I
okay, so you're right, we only have 15 minutes left. And I did really want to get to the night problems. But I really did want to think about this some more too. So here's what we're gonna do. We have two options. The first of the options is to keep doing this, and then I can send you each home with a night problem to work on the beginning of next time. The second option is that we can work on some night problems now, and I can send this home with you to think about. Which sounds more appealing?
Second.
Raise your hand if you would like to be sent home with the night problems. Raise your hand if you would like to be sent home with the candy and necklace. Okay, I think we have a decision. So let's go ahead and, yes,
I have like one of those problems.
you have a night problem?
Well, I have a problem that's sort of related to the bear's problem.
Oh, one of the logics and the liars?
I have one of those too.
You do?
Yes.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
actually true.
Hey, I think we actually might have the same one.
Wow.
Is it a Bible story? No, yours. Okay,
Oh gosh, we've got so much stuff. How's this? I will share a couple of mine. Wait, is yours one that's written down?
What?
A Bible?
Your
You have a
hand-
Bible here.
no.
Show it.
Well, yours
Is yours written down?
handwriting.
Well, it's in a book.
Which one?
It's in
Yeah.
brain because we were taught like brain puzzle or something.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to solve a couple of the night problems. While we are solving those, you guys are going to, in your very best handwriting, on a very clean sheet of paper, write these problems.
Okay.
And then we'll make sure that we copy them and send them home with everybody, okay? That's such a paradox there. Alright, while you guys are doing that, as carefully and prettily as you possibly can, I need to get us some.
I forgot.
Can I go in the other room so I won't be distracted?
I forgot.
Alrighty, so who would like to read off our problem? Okay,
Now where did my
My pencil says that I want.
Yours
Go
is
ahead,
on your
pick
head, silly.
alright, so. Oh, that one's tough. Alright, so this is the story of the knights and the knaves. Has anybody ever heard of a knight? As in not the day, night kind, the other kind?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you know about them?
They fight.
They fight, and they're soldiers, and yes, they protect the king. They're pretty honorable folk. They are in fact so honorably rich that in this story, they never ever lie. We've also got knaves. Has anybody ever heard of a knave?
Yeah.
Yep. What do knaves do?
Remember the neighbor part stole the tarts. So
Right, so they steal. In fact, they lie a lot. In fact, in this story, they lie all the time. This is an awful lot like the story of the marshals and the bandits.
Or the Googles and
Right, right. So we've got a story like those. We've got the knights and we've got the knaves, and we, I think, have to figure out which is which. Go ahead.
We again have 3 inhabitants, A, B, and C, each of whom is a knight or a knave. 2 peoples are said to be of the same type, if they are both knights or both knaves. And A and B make the following statements. A, B is a knave.
Oh, sorry. Could you grab 3 people to be your demonstrators, or puppets, as the case may be? Just go ahead. You've got the sheet. You've got the power. Pick somebody or pick a puppet.
Claire.
Okay, Claire, do you want a puppet, or do you want to just go ahead and say whatever it is that A is supposed to say?
Just say.
Okay. So what does Claire say?
Claire says, which number is she?
She's going to be A.
She says A and C are of the same type.
Okay. So she says.
B is a name.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Who talks? Let's go ahead and get everybody. So we've got Claire. Who else do we have? Okay, Claire and Richard and. We'll pick somebody else too. Or I can. Okay. All right. So we've got Claire and Richard and Samantha. And let's line them up in a row. So Claire is going to be the first So Claire's A, because she's the first one. Richard's going to be second, so Richard could stand on that side of Claire. Going to be B. And Samantha, if you could stand up and stand on the other side of Richard. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, good.
All right. We good? And I'm going to make you stand that way, just for the benefit of anybody 100 years. No, I'm going to make you stand on that side, Richard. Which for the benefit of anybody 100 years from now who's watching YouTube. All right. So, what are they going to say and do about each other?
A says B is a name.
Okay. Go ahead, Claire.
C is a name.
No. Say Richard's good.
Oh, she's a name.
Okay.
And Richard says A and C are of the same type.
Claire and Samantha are of the same type.
What does that mean? Are they both knaves?
Or are we both none?
Oh, okay. So they could both be knaves, or they could both be knights. That's what Richard says. Is that all that they say?
No, the
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
we again have 3 inhabitants.
Okay.
A, B, and C, each of whom is a knight or a knave. Two people are said to be of the same type if they are both knights or both knaves. A and B make the following statements.
Okay. So we walk in knowing that 2 of them are of the same type. We don't know if that means there's 2 knaves and a knight, or 2 knights and a knave. But we know that one of those is true. All right. And then they say some statements. Do you guys remember what you say?
Yeah.
What do you say, Claire?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Richard is a name.
You're just up there for moral support. All right, Claire, what do you say?
Richard is a name.
Okay, Claire says Richard's a knave. What does Richard say?
Claire and Samantha are both the same type.
Okay, so what do we know? Do we know anything? Anybody want to get us started? Got something?
We know that either 2 of them could be knights or one of them could be a knight, and 2 of them could be knaves and one could be. Or one.
Right, so we know there's 2 knaves or 2 knights. Okay?
Or one.
Wait, what does A say again?
Claire says that Richard is a knave.
But that isn't necessarily true because I might be telling a lie in reality.
Right. Okay. Yes, Richard.
I could be knave and Samantha and Claire could be knave.
Okay. So Richard wants to say that he is a knave and that they are knights. Let's try this. So if Richard is a knave,
Because he's nice.
if Richard is a knave, then let's walk through our play one more time. Go ahead, Claire. What's your line?
Richard is a name.
Okay. So if Richard is a knave but Claire is a knight, is that going to work? Did Claire say a true statement?
Yeah.
Okay. And if she's a knight, she's supposed to say true statements?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good so far. Richard, you're up.
Claire and Samantha
Why
are
does everybody
both of the same type.
Are of the same type. And you said that they're both knights?
Knights.
Okay.
But then he's telling the truth.
Oh. Wait.
And you can't be telling the truth because he's saying he's a
do
name.
that. You are so tricky that
And
you
then I would be
lied about that
saying
truth and
a
lying thing. All right, so that was a good suggestion, but it ended up not working. Does anybody have another suggestion that might work?
But it
What
could have
if
meant that I
A?
was lying.
What if A is lying and blaming it on B?
So Claire could be a knave.
And so if Claire was a knave, then I would be a knave too.
Okay, do you want to say that Claire and Samantha are knaves? All right, let's try this again. Claire, go ahead.
Richard is a name.
Okay, now in this scenario, Richard is not a knave.
So I'm telling a lie, but I'm a name, so it makes
So you're supposed to. All's within working parameters. All right, good. You're up, Richard.
Claire and Samantha are of the same type.
And are they?
Yeah.
All right, we got it. Okay,
Isn't it?
do we have time for one more?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. I am going to actually But I was gonna send those
Yeah, we
home.
stopped in 6 minutes.
I was gonna like have those be sent home with folks. Could I have you run them through the next one while I make copies of the?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not done yet?
Yeah, I just wanted to say
Oh.
because my handwriting is really bad.
Oh.
Mine, if you look at mine, it's kind of
Oh, not that one though. That one's too tricky to start with.
But we like tricky stuff.
To start with?
Yeah.
No, no, not to start with.
I'll make a copy of this if you could.
My brother.
Oh, these are all, oh, wow. I was wondering. Okay, you guys.
I was like, how do you
We only have
get
like
it?
5 minutes here, but maybe we can.
Not that one.
Yeah, we have 4 many places.
Maybe a shorter one.
What do you like?
I would long one.
I have a question.
Question, yeah.
Can we do mine? What?
Is yours ready to go?
Yes.
Well, I think Miss Andrea's sending them home, right?
But her handwriting is terrible, so if she
Oh, I
copies
don't
it.
think it's, I don't think it's.
And she said she said so. I volunteered to run out of space.
I'm trying to say, let me
Yeah,
see,
and
let me
I'm
see the
not-
front of it. Is it legible?
I
I think it looks fine, actually. I'm looking for a shorter one here, guys.
This girl came home one day when she found her with
Oh, here. I think this one might be a shorter one.
Who did it? She.
All right, well, I'll put the shorter ones on top. You guys gonna do that? Someone choose one.
I already did.
Oh, you already do it? Okay, who's the choose one? Okay, Richard.
That sounds like the.
I know, it is. There's like,
Which number is that one?
30.
30, okay. Let's see if we can talk through it. Okay, go ahead and read it and then, because I haven't read these at all, I have no idea. And then we'll see about getting Lyndon's thing here. Go ahead, Richard.
Suppose A says either I am a knave or else 2 plus 2 equals 5. What would you conclude?
Oh, wait, what does it say again?
Suppose A says either I am a knave or else 2 plus 2 equals 5.
2 plus 2
What
is 4.
would you conclude?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
He's a neighbor.
I think we have another
Did you
one.
photocopy it?
We have 3 more minutes.
I have not, they were doing number 30.
I can't take
Okay.
mine home.
What is
I
it?
don't know the answer.
Suppose A says either I am a knave or else 2 plus 2 equals 5. What would you conclude?
No, I know what it's trying to say.
This is a good quick one.
Whoever,
Kind of smaller.
whoever.
I didn't really finish
Wait,
it, but it's sort
Let's
of
say
messy.
if A was a knight, then it would say, it wouldn't say either of those. So if A was a knave, it would be, have to say 2 plus 2.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
A is a knave.
Say the first part again, Monica. I was not paying attention.
Since we said that she was a knave, if she said, I am a knave, then
Right.
she would obviously be telling the truth, so she couldn't say that.
Right.
And they said, it says, you can choose if she says, I'm a knave, or if she says 2 plus 2 is 5, which is false.
Right.
So
Then
that
it would be a
means
knave.
2 plus 2 is 5, which makes her a knave.
It does not make sense.
Wait, yeah, it makes, it says, what would you conclude? We would conclude that she's a knave, because if she said
Well, the-
2 plus 2 equals 5, we would obviously know that she's lying. Because
She would be a
2
knave,
plus 2
right?
equals 4.
Do you guys agree with
Can
that?
I see it? Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Really?
It does.
Because if she was a knave and she said, I'm
Alright.
a knave, then she's telling the truth.
Hey, Lyndon, read it really loud for everybody here one more time, and then we're going to take a vote. We'll see. And then maybe
Suppose A says either I am a knave or else 2 plus 2 equals 5. What would you conclude?
She's a knave!
Okay, so if you think she's a knave, raise your hand. If you, yeah,
Now
If
I'm a
you-
knight.
if
Too
you
bad.
think she is a knight, raise your hand. If you're not sure and you want to think about this out loud with some other people, as we've been doing, Lyndon, give us some more thoughts on this. What do you think?
Well, I was just wanting to think about it.
Oh, you just want to think
I
about it
do.
more?
No, I
Okay,
said
okay.
right.
So we took a vote, So give your logic to Andrea here, and she can kind of, so we're working on, read it so that Andrea
We
knows it,
have-
and then.
Not.
Oh, is this the one
We
with
have
4
5 more
plus 2 is
seconds.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I think that
You think it doesn't make any sense? Oh, sorry.
This is my key.
Time's
So,
up.
I don't need this because I already know the answer.
Oh, that's true.
There's some from Monica and some from Lyndon.
The ones
For you guys
from
to have
London
on.
I need.
But you guys said you had an answer to this 2 plus 2 is 5 or...
I think he's a
Most
knight
people are
because
thinking it's a knave, but the
Okay.
jury's still out, there's a few people that were doubting.
Who would like to pretend that they are a knave for a moment?
Oh, I already know this thing.
Okay, go ahead. You are a knave. Your job is to say the thing that they said.
I didn't get one.
Go ahead and say...
I need a cake
Solomon one.
I didn't get a Solomon one.
Say either... You remember what
Oh, yeah.
they said?
Why is her name Mrs. Grump? I don't know. It wasn't in the book.
So your job is to...
I know it's funny though.
Did you tell it or do you know what it says? The sheet, the little one, do you know what it says? No.
That are very grumpy.
The little one, the 2 plus 2 is 5 or...
Sorry about my handwriting.
Well, okay, pretend that Monica is a knave. Her job is to say, well, she says,
2 plus 2 is 5.
or, no, that's not what you say. You say either 2 plus 2 is 5 or, okay, is she telling the truth?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
no.
Well, yes, she is, because one of them is true.
So
Right?
she's a knight.
Okay, Samantha is a knight.
What?
Say the same thing.
I'm confused.
What?
Wait.
What?
Sorry, fine. Monica, be a knight.
Be a knight.
But wait, if I say I'm a knave, then I'll be telling a lie.
Yeah.
Either 2 plus 2 is 5 or I'm a knave.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Or
Oh my gosh.
she could have been 5 a long time ago.
It was never that way. I read
So
it
it
in
has
that
to
book.
be knave. Because a knave, if it said,
But the knave would be telling the truth about being a knave.
No, it said either, which means you could choose, right? You could choose which one it said.
Either means that one of them is true and just
does
one.
anybody not have a problem? You don't have one?
I've got the
All right, it is about that time. So we've got Boole homework for you
You
guys.
didn't have one?
Oh, she does.
If anybody reads the Bible, they'll figure out mine.
All right,
Yeah,
All right.
too. I only
everybody attention for just one last moment, if I could please. Your homework, as it were. Not that any of it's mandatory, but as much as you can do, I'd be thrilled about. There are some problems from your lovely classmates. If you could read them up, look them over, see if you can find an answer.
You didn't get mine.
Also,
Oh, hang on.
also, if you happen to have any of your own problems, that would be lovely too. And lastly, if you could give the board a look and see.
Samantha didn't get mine.
Oh.
Hey, somebody made a very bad
Yeah, I think there's a
star.
couple.
By
Okay,
casting all of
sorry. Who has this one? Raise your hand.
them. Ooh.
Okay, raise your hand if you don't have this one and need this one. Okay. The other one. Who has this one? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you do not have this one. You don't have this one?
Oh, I do have this one.
Like, how can you have both?
Okay. Then we are good to go.
On my bear problem, this was on it. Is this?
That's the one we were just doing.
I know, but why was it on my problem?
Because it was sitting on the table.
My problem was under there.
Then it must have fallen off the table. Alright, I think that it is time for me to let you go. But, homework. Yeah, read them. See what you think about them. Come with new exciting ones. And, if you could, up on the board we happen to have some statements. If you're careful with that, I'll give you candy. Now, those statements, they're nice, but there's no saying we know the answer to them. I want some statements more along the lines of things that everybody knows. So maybe like mathy statements. Like, if 2 plus 2, no. If a number is 2, then it is even, or something like that. Something that's a little bit
If a number
more.
ends in 2, then it's
Oh,
even.
sure.
Yes, I learned that. Because if it is 2, then obviously it's even. But if it ends in 2, then I read
Sure. So both of those are good.
Any number.
I want mathy statements that are true conditionally.
I was just wondering, well, that statement isn't really true for somebody who likes fruit more than candy, which is me.
Well, yeah, it could still be, yeah, but see, these are subjective things. Like, maybe I wouldn't give you candy if you didn't like candy. So let's try to come up with some conditional statements that are a little bit more mathy, just so that we can all agree whether they're true or not.